All right, guys. Looks like both teams are in the lobby, so no losses of bans, no forfeits, none of that kind of crazy stuff yet. Thankfully, nobody likes when there's bans being lost. But we are going to be seeing them just getting organized in the lobby now. Hopefully getting themselves into LCS order so we don't have to be angry at anybody. Because we will do it. We will get super angry. And we will insult teams. We will make them feel bad. We will throw the biggest guilt trips that we can at teams that are not in LCS order. But looks like they are getting themselves all set now. So we are going to be just waiting for readies to come out. As soon as we get that, we'll be jumping on into the champion picks and ban phase. All right, we are on to the pick and ban phase now. First game of the day, getting all set. It is Oblivion on the blue side, Warriors Anonymous on the red. On the side of Oblivion, we have Forest of Eagles in the top lane, Tesk in the jungle, Dunazuka holding down things in the mid lane, and then Literal as the AD carry, supported by Shakaka.
And on the side of Warriors Anonymous, we see Moratus in the top lane, Jack Sparrow 111 in the jungle, It's Tigger in the mid lane, Feedly as the AD carrion, aka J Cho as the support.
We see Hecarim and Talon both being banned away. Hecarim very likely being taken away from Moratus as he does have a history of playing that champion recently in solo queue. When I was looking at him, he's played it a little bit. So, definitely a good ban to get off the board. Rek'Sai and Sejuani coming out shortly after. And then Vi being the final ban. Lots of junglers, as per usual. It's becoming pretty standard to see 3 or more jungle bans through getting taken out on the pick and ban phase, no matter what game and no matter what teams are playing.
I'm actually really surprised to see that Talon banned away. Dunazuka probably plays a lot of Talon in solo queue, but that's not a champion that you necessarily associate with high priority bans.
Yeah, especially, like, Talon can excel in solo queue, but I really don't feel like he's as strong in a team setting when people are more organized and can focus more on taking him out.
Unless you're a white boy.
Yeah, that's true. But we do see the Thresh being hovered over here early, so wanting to get that high priority support on the side of Oblivion.
Honestly, I feel like they should be locking in maybe their jungler or their top laner at this point, not their support, simply due to the fact that how many supports are open compared to junglers right now.
It depends. I mean, if Shakaka is, Thresh is his hands down best support, and then maybe it's worth picking up before, giving Warriors Anonymous a chance to grab it themselves. As we see a Garen and a Bard. I have a feeling, actually, you know what? With Warriors Anonymous, it might come out. They have played some really unconventional picks before, so we'll have to see. They could be locking these two in, but I have a feeling they're not, as they are going to switch it out to the Nidalee and the Morgana.
They know how much you love Garen, and they don't want to give you the satisfaction.
Evidently. I would love to see a team play Garen. because I do love me some Garen.
So the fact that they locked in Italy and Morgana, it kind of gives it away that they're going to be going for a more poke-oriented composition. Gragas being hovered over by Tesk on the side of Oblivion, though.
Yeah, Gragas is a great way to actually break up poke compositions. While they're sitting there trying to siege up a tower with the poke, if you can get that Gragas ultimate out and knock one of those poking champions in towards your team, it can give you a really easy pick, because a lot of times if you are a poking team, you're not going to have the best all-in engagement. So it could be interesting to see if they can use, especially if you can get that Gragas ultimate into a death sentence. Like, you can just completely say, okay, that one person is just dead. Period.
That was a pretty bold lock-in of that Lee Sin, and looks like they're hovering over Kha'Zix on the side of Warriors Anonymous. No, that actually switches over to Lucian. I was kind of hoping we'd actually see Kha'Zix getting played. That's one of those champions that kind of vanished after a long time of competitive and high solo queue play.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised to see it here. I mean, a lot of the junglers were banned away. And of course, the other thing to keep in mind is that Sion is unavailable right now. Just because of a problem on Riot's end. He is bugged in game, so they have disabled Sion. So we'll have to see, maybe teams have to worry about that, because a lot of teams probably were thinking of playing that Sion because he is so strong right now. So having him just be flat unavailable could force teams to have to change up their strategy a little bit. Maybe use a Garen as your big tank in the top lane. That could be a thing.
No.
Or Shaka Ka. It's his first game here. He's a sub. And he's going to be already hovering the Garen on me. So rude.
Don't do it.
Do it.
Don't do it.
Lock this in. Lock him.
Don't give him the satisfaction.
Click that big orange button.
Don't. Yay.
Okay. I do want to take a second to talk about the Warriors Anonymous comp right now. I have no idea where everyone's going to go on that team. Warriors Anonymous has kind of become known a bit in this tournament for picking very strange compositions. We have already seen Feedly go AD carry Nidalee.
They have to pick Teemo now.
Or Garen.
No. Varus mid, go.
Varus mid, AD carry Nidalee, Kha'Zix top with Lee Sin jungle. No, sorry. Kha'Zix mid, Lee Sin top with the Morgana jungle.
No.
There we go.
Bard jungle.
But yeah, definitely we're gonna have to wait and see where they do decide to go with these champions. As it's what I think maybe they were hovering the Varus mid lane. They are gonna go with the Diana. So I'm gonna assume that it is going to be the Nidalee AD carry. But we'll have to see. They do still have time to swap things around. And okay. Warriors Anonymous never ceases to amaze me. Let's just say that.
I mean, this is a very similar composition as to what they played in their last game, so it's not necessarily surprising anymore. The ADC Nidalee is something that they do on the regular.
Yeah, this is going to be their Fatality's second time getting the AD carry Nidalee. We'll have to see if it can be as effective for them as it was the first time. Looking over on Oblivion, definitely a more traditional composition coming through with Gnar in the top lane, Gragas in the jungle, LeBlanc mid, and then Jinx and Thresh. And the thing is, though, with Warriors Anonymous, with these unconventional compositions that they run, it can be really tough to play against just because you're not used to it and you don't necessarily know how to react to it. And there's going to be a Diana in the top lane with Lee Sin mid, Nidalee AD carry, and a Kha'Zix in the jungle.
One thing that they're lacking is a life-size Japanese mech warrior.
What?
By the way, yes, I'm still looking at This Is Why I'm Broke.
So, with the team comp that they have here, the thing I feel like they're missing is they don't have a tank. They just outright do not have a tank. They have Kha'Zix and Lee Sin who can build tanky, Diana who can get a little bit tanky based on their shield and things like that, but they don't have a dedicated tank. Whereas you look over on Oblivion, they have Gragas and Gnar who can both be super tanky but still put out a ton of damage. Warriors Anonymous is definitely going to be using their standard strategy of trying to just decimate the early game and have it so that the late game just doesn't even come around for their opponent. And they need to do that because if we do reach late game, I don't feel like they're going to have the damage to break through that front line of Oblivion.
I will say this. One thing that Warriors Anonymous are going to have to be careful about is making sure that this Jinx and LeBlanc do not get fed, even if it's just one of them. Simply due to the fact that they are very prone to carrying games if they do get ahead, these two champions, and despite the fact that they've been playing these very strange compositions and succeeding with them, it's still not a risk that they should be opting to take.
I mean, you also have to wonder if it's just they're doing it because of the fact that they have that lead in the division. They do currently have a 2-game lead over anybody else. So, if they can continue winning with these strange and unconventional compositions, they're not really showing their hand when it comes time for the more important games later down the road. And so that could be part of their strategy. You never know. It could be all manner of things.
So we are just about 30 seconds going into this game. Who do you think is going to be successful during the laning phase heading into this matchup?
Well, like I said, I do like Warriors Anonymous early. They have a very strong early composition. Like all of their champions are extremely strong early on in the game, with the exception of maybe the Nidalee a little bit. Like she does need a couple levels to get going, but everyone else on that team can be super effective from the early levels. And again, if they can use those early advantages and get far enough ahead, then the game is going to be theirs, because you can just get to a point where you are so far ahead that there's nothing the enemy team can do regardless of what the compositions are. And that's been Warriors Anonymous' strategy every single game thus far, and I expect absolutely nothing different this time around. As we are getting in onto the loading screen, we get to see for Oblivion, they have Forest of Eagles on the Classic Gnar, Tesk with Gragas Esquire, Mistletoe LeBlanc for Dunazuka, Firecracker Jinx for Literal, and Championship Thresh on Shakaka.
And on Warriors Anonymous, we see Moratus on No Skin Diana, Jack Sparrow 111 on Guardians of the Sands Kha'Zix, It's Tigger on Traditional Lee Sin, Fidelity on Warring Kingdoms Nidalee, and aka Jay Cho on Blackthorn Morgana.
So skins are tied 4 apiece. No huge advantage there. As we are actually very quickly getting on into game this time. No sitting there waiting for everyone to appear. So everyone going to be charging their way out of the base. Full LCS order on both sides. So big props to them. Lots of pinging going out, so not so many props to them. We get it, guys. You know how to ping the enemy nexus. But we do see everybody on Warriors Anonymous grouped up here. Could we see that level 1? I highly doubt it. They're going to get spotted out by that ward and back off.
No 5-man invade battle yet.
It's going to happen. We've got 4.5 more weeks. It's going to happen.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I'm calling it.
I don't think so.
I'm calling it right now. One of these teams, at some point, one of these teams is going to or 2 of these teams are just going to agree beforehand to just say, all right, level 1 team fight, let's do it. All in, everybody, go. It's going to happen. Although Morgana, the auto attack cancel. That auto attack cancel from Thresh, though.
My headset unplugged on me. Sorry about that.
Minions have spawned.
We are going to be seeing them. Again, everybody just kind of backing off. Nidalee just throwing spears, trying to get a little extra damage down on somebody. It's not going to come.
I don't expect too much to happen in the early game, but come level 2, level 3, I expect to see a lot of skirmishes going on the side of Warriors Anonymous, seeing as how that's when they hit their laning phase spikes.
Yeah, I'm going to be really interested to see It's Tigger versus Dunazuka here in the mid lane. Oh my goodness! That is a lot of damage coming out of Lee Sin early on. That was impressive.
He's trying to prove that he's Daredevil.
Evidently. As in the bottom lane, Morgana did miss a minion or two's worth of experience. It shouldn't be too much to affect it. Their experience, though, I mean, unless Thresh and Jinx were planning on going in instantly on the level 2, I don't think it's going to have much of a difference.
Oh, we see Dunazuka getting the Ignite taking down onto him. It's Tigger going to be going. He's going to get the first blood onto that LeBlanc with an auto attack, diving under that tower. He's going to be able to save his flash as well. That's going to be the first kill going over to Warriors Anonymous.
Yeah, that was a great job of marking her with the Sonic Wave before the passive got popped. So then when it did pop, it was extremely easy to know which one was the real and which one was the clone. He just had to press Q again, and it brought him right to her and picked up that first kill. And that's what I was talking about. Warriors Anonymous, super aggressive early on, just going to be looking for kills constantly. And if It's Tigger is going to have a lead against this LeBlanc like this game is going to be swaying heavily in Warriors Anonymous favor.
One thing I don't really understand is why they opted to have Diana going ahead and helping the Kha'Zix jungle, simply due to the fact that there wasn't a lane swap. That was a little unnecessary, and she missed out on more CS than that she could have gotten than what she actually did there in the jungle.
So, taking a look right now, the LeBlanc, unfortunately, with that early recall, actually, you're going to have to hold that as there's... Oh, never mind. Buying's going to hit a minion. No more aggression. Yep. Although, Thresh is taking a lot of damage from this Nidalee. But, looking at, LeBlanc having to recall so early, she got nothing in terms of items. She got just potions. That's all she was able to pick up. Whereas Lee Sin, he just went back for the first time and got a Brutalizer. This is going to be so difficult for LeBlanc to stick around here. She's only sitting, she's still under 500 gold right now. She needs
we see Forest of Eagles going to be chasing down Moritas. Sorry to cut you off there, but he did take him down to half HP. He's going to be just backing off. That Sensor does miss from the Thresh. However, the spear does land. Feedly going to be going in with her EQ combo there onto the Thresh, but she's going to get away just fine. In the mid lane, we see some trading back and forth between It's Tigger and Dunazuka. Like I said, once they hit level 2, level 3, level 4, that's when their guys are going to start fighting back and forth.
Yeah, and right now, because of that itemization advantage, It's Tigger is going to win every single trade. Hands down. There's just... LeBlanc just does not have the damage on Dunazuka. Just, again, only that Doran's ring. It's just going to be...
Oh, in the top lane, Morita is going to be taken extremely low here. However, Kha'Zix is here as well. Forest of Eagles is going to be going down to Jack Sparrow 1-1-1, and the flash also was burned on his end as well. And Dunazuka going to be taking It's Tigger down to a trip to under his tower, forcing a flash out of him. He didn't want to take as much damage as he did.
That was a great job by Dunazuka to recognize that the kick was coming in and immediately using distortion to jump underneath the tower and force Tigger to take a couple hits of damage.
Tesk is here to help Dunazuka get a kill onto It's Tigger. However, Jack Sparrow 1-1 is here as well. Test going to be in a very bad spot here. That's not where you want to be. You're isolated, eating a lot of damage from Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix maybe going to get the kill. One more Q. No, actually not enough, but he does get the kill with an auto attack. He eats 2 tower shots on the way out, though, so he's going to have to be careful not to possibly go down to Dunazuka here. Oh, and there goes the Ignite taking down onto Jack Sparrow 1-1-1. A beautiful distortion there from Dunazuka, but that's going to be the Sonic Wave landing and the kill going over to It's Tigger as well. 2 kills going over to Warriors Anonymous.
Yeah, 2 for 1 there in the mid lane. Oh, as this is...
Oh, Forest of Eagles going to be fighting It's Tigger, but It's Tigger, he's sitting on a Brutalizer. That's not who you want to be fighting, and he gets another kill for himself. There are 3 kills going over to Warriors Anonymous.
Not only was he sitting on a brutalizer, he also hit 6 off of the kill on LeBlanc. So having that ultimate up just absolutely devastated Gnar. He was just coming down to try and help, maybe pick up a kill on the low health Lee Sin, but definitely not
gonna be taken very low here. Vitaly landed the spear, but she's not gonna follow up any further. They're just a little too close to the tower, not wanting to risk a death sentence.
Yeah, Warriors Anonymous, everything going according to plan for them right now. They are winning in CS in each lane, and of course the kills. As just some damage going to be traded there in the topside jungle. Diana does need to be careful with LeBlanc roaming up, but she is going to be able to get away from there. Moraitis just harassing out the topside jungle with Lee Sin though.
Oh, it's going to be caught out by Dunazuka here. Moraitis is coming around the side. He ward hops over towards the blue buff. And that's just another kill avoided by Lee Sin. He's just been surviving after some pretty over-aggressive situations. Chaka Ka going to be taking extremely low here. However, Jinx nicely using the heal to save the support. However, Nidalee does manage to escape there. She does not have an ignite anymore. Morgana did use her exhaust. In the blue side jungle for Oblivion, we see Diana picking up a kill onto Gragas there as he had just finished the blue buff. So that's going to be... Right, no. Never mind. Didn't do the blue buff. However, they did catch him.
Yeah, he was just trying to clear out the vision, but because of that vision that Warriors Anonymous had gotten, the deep wards in the enemy jungle, they were able to see him there and just collapsed onto him, picking up the kill. Jinx trying to get a kill onto Vitaly there. Not quite going to be connecting.
Oh, there goes the ethereal chains landing onto its sticker. Dunazuka going to be looking to maybe get the kill here. There's the mimic chain, and that's going to be the shutdown going over to Dunazuka onto its Tigger. He just stayed around just a little bit too long.
Yeah, maybe getting a little too complacent there in the mid lane. But again, Warriors Anonymous 6-2 right now, and just 8.5 minutes. This is their style. This is the super aggression as Jack Sparrow finishes off that dragon early on here. 8.5 minutes in, just picks that up by himself. No contest from Oblivion on that one. But it's almost actually not as aggressive as Warriors Anonymous' usual playstyle is. It's still very aggressive, but the last few games we've seen from them, they were even more so than what they're doing right now.
Yeah, I agree. It's very calm compared to what we normally see out of them.
However, they are still extremely far ahead. But having a 2,000 gold lead sub 10 minutes is just big, really big. Every lane winning, as we mentioned. Mid lane actually, surprisingly enough, despite the early, how horribly it went for LeBlanc early on, Dunazuka does have 2 kills and is even on CS with the Lee Sin because of the fact that Warriors Anonymous, they've been roaming around aggressively, but not really going for as many kills as they typically do. So he's been kind of leaving the lane, but not as much as coming from it as they would have liked. So definitely credit going over to Dunazuka.
So hard to be the focus here, and Jack Sparrow. That isolation damage doing so much there, and he's gonna pick up a free kill there for himself. 3-1-1 on that Kha'Zix. It's Sigurd gonna be taken under the tower yet again by Dunazuka. He has to be a lot more careful now that Dunazuka does have a little bit of damage. And there's the beautiful Shockwave Dragon's Rage into the tower. And he does get the kill onto Dunazuka, but Tesk was right there along the backside, ready to get the returning kill.
Yeah, I don't think Tesk was actually needed for that kill, but getting the assist gold over it does generate more gold for the team by having the kill and assist as opposed to just the kill. So technically, it is actually Oblivion winning out in that 1-for-1 trade.
I would say so, but at the same time, this is a Lee Sin getting more and more fed. That's not who you want to fight alone. That Jack Sparrow 1-1-1 doing so much damage thanks to the isolation damage on his cube. And Shaka Ka eating a ton of damage there as well. Oh, Jack Sparrow, careful there. And it looks like Vitaly gonna be eating a nice amount of damage here. There goes the Super Mega Death Rocket. It goes out, hits Jay Cho, but it doesn't hit Vitaly. So Vitaly should be fine here. Shaka Ka throwing out the Death Sentence onto Morgana. He's gonna be hit up with the Spear by Vitaly, and Vitaly picking up the kill onto Shaka Ka. Another spear comes out. The Dark Binding does land, though, and that's going to be a double kill going over to Fideli on this ADC Nidalee. Dunazuka going to be landing the double ethereal chains in the mid lane, not quite doing enough damage. It's Tigger going to be surviving. He's getting taken down extremely low here now. He might opt to maybe go ahead and get a Hex Drinker. He's going to be taking it very low here. Forced to burn his flashes. LeBlanc going to be able to get the kill onto him. No, he's safe under his tower. He might want to back off, though. That's a LeBlanc. She could just distortion few you and you'll die.
Yeah, that is an extremely risky game that It's Tigger is playing right now. Especially after that last bit of burst that LeBlanc did just do. Dunazuka, I'm kind of surprised isn't playing this more aggressively and just trying to jump in and get that kill right away. But, there we go. The chain's not landing.
Right to It's Tigger's tower. The damage relatively equalized now. She did also miss that big minion. I am disappointed.
Yeah, not connecting with those chains was absolutely crucial there. If she had connected with that, then it would have been a kill. Dunazuka gonna hit the shockwave, but not follow it up. Right now, Warriors Anonymous just clearing out vision. Oblivion.
Oh, here's Jack Sparrow. He's gonna be going in. The Sonic Wave did land from Lee Sin onto the Gragas. However, is he gonna go in any further? No, there's the explosive cast. Jack Sparrow should be able to get out of here just fine. I think that Gragas just kind of saved him there. Oh, and the Super Mega Disruptor comes out of downtown, picking up the kill on to Jack Sparrow 111 in favor of Literal. Tess gonna be eating a shockwave initial Q to the face. But right there, Oblivion, just small skirmishes. Oblivion does have the slight advantage. And there we go ahead and throw that advantage. Shaka Ka going down to Moratus there and Fideli.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, the Diana and Nidalee combination is still extremely strong. Lee Sin's still here as well. So while they did stave off the tower dive, they do still have to be extremely careful. Nidalee is still a lot stronger than Jinx at the moment, with that Luden's Echo being finished first item from the AP AD carry, I guess.
It's Pittaker. And we see Dunazuka going to be eating a ton of damage here. Moreta is going to be the focus here. The Literal picking up another kill for himself. And that's, It's Tigger almost getting hit up with that death sentence. Fideli right here on the backside, maybe looking to go in and get a kill here again. Shaka Ka going to be going down here to the Dragon's Rage out of Lee Sin. And Tess going to be maybe the next target here, but Forest of Eagles did manage to pick up the kill onto It's Tigger. Jack Sparrow going to be looking to go down here. Dunazuka wanting that kill. Immediately going to be Flash jumping onto that. LeBlanc, though, getting the kill there, equalizing the kills on each side. And never mind, Jack Sparrow getting the kill onto Forest of Eagles. And Tess going to be going down here, possibly to Fideli yet again. Is he going to go down? No, Fideli not having her cooldowns up in time. Jack Sparrow maybe going to look to dive, but there is a ward there. So he's going to want to just go ahead and back off instead.
Yeah, and Oblivion is doing a great job in these small skirmishes. The thing they are doing, where they're making their mistake is they are not respecting the burst damage that's coming out of the Nidalee, the Diana, the Kha'Zix when someone is soloed. Like, if they just aren't respecting that burst, and they're getting caught slightly out of position at the back end of these fights and just blown up completely. When they're together, they're actually winning trades, but it's when they start splitting up, trying to get that one extra kill, and all of a sudden they just get turned on instantly and blown up. So we do see the Dragon. This could be a fight here if they want to go for it. The Jinx Rocket not quite getting the steal.
Oh, Moratus going to be forcing a heal out of Literal. He's also going to be in a very bad spot here. Is he going to be able to get anything out of this? No. But on the backside, we did see Lee Sin picking up the kill onto LeBlanc. Forest of Eagles going to be throwing out his ultimate right onto Jack Sparrow 1-on-1, but he does miss the boulder toss. Is Jack Sparrow 1-on-1 actually going to be able to escape here? He is so he's not going to be able to use his jump. But here comes It's Tigger from the backside, getting a kill onto Literal there. Fideli getting the kill onto Shaka Ka. Forest of Eagles going to be the next target here. Fideli should be able to pick that up for himself, and he does. Tess getting the kill onto Jack Sparrow 1-1-1. That was a 4-for-1 in favor of Warriors Anonymous.
Yeah, action all over the place after that fight. And actually it was 4-for-2 because Diana did go down as well. But just these trades going in favor of Warriors Anonymous, just playing a little bit better. And again, the amount of burst damage that they have is just too much for Oblivion to deal with yet. Their tanks are not tanky enough yet, as we see just only one item on the Gragas, with that jungle item being finished, of course. Gnar still sitting on half items across the board. It's Tigger scaring away Dunazuka. Dunazuka going in though, but didn't accurately predict where Lee Sin was going to be going.
They both kind of just missed everything.
Yeah, pretty much. But right now, Nidalee 5-0-2, Lee Sin 7-3-2 or 7-3-5. Warriors Anonymous is still extremely strong, but as we mentioned, if this game, the later and later this game goes, the better Oblivion's chances are going to be, as long as they don't continue to give up bad fights like that. As Jack Sparrow wants this Gnar. Not quite going to get him, though. This is a possible skirmish coming up in this bottom lane as well. But Gnar needs to be careful. He is pretty low up on that top side. They can very easily dive him. Especially, he is pretty close to Mega, but not going to be getting
here goes the Duntempest landing onto AKJ Cho. He's also going to eat a zap and a barrel to the mouth. Morade is going to be the target here for on Dunazuka, but they're going to send J-Cho packing. The explosive cast comes out, and wow, that was a beautiful movement there, Feedly, and it's Tigger picking up the kill onto Literal, while Test picked up the kill onto aka J-Cho. Feedly going to be focusing down Shaka Ka. It's Tigger going to be wanting to focus down Test. Is he going to be able to get it? No, Test actually picking up the kill onto It's Tigger. And Forest of Eagles going to be looking to go down here. Yes, he does. And that's going to be Jack Sparrow 1-1-1 picking up the kill onto Forest of Eagles, while Moradis picks up the kill onto Dunazuka. That was an ace in favor of Warriors Anonymous.
Yeah, just fights on opposite ends of the map there, but both of them going in favor of Warriors Anonymous in the end, leaving both Kha'Zix and Nidalee alive to work on these inner towers. But again, I don't like the decisions from Oblivion to go for these fights yet. They should be playing more defensively. Every time that Warriors Anonymous has had to dive under the tower, they have gotten kills out of it. But whenever Oblivion tries to go aggressive, that's when they're the ones that are losing the fights. If they just play defensively, play underneath their towers, force Warriors Anonymous to come to them, they would have a much better job or much better time in these fights, and it would allow Gragas and Gnar to get those tank items that they need to survive the burst damage coming out. LeBlanc just gonna get 100-0 there. Full combo from Lee Sin. Nothing that she can do there.
Whoa, Black Ballet, bang, bang. Forest of Eagles actually, he's about to hit Mega Form if he can get the engage onto its Sigurd. The Boulder Toss does come out. Is he going to throw out another one? No, they're actually just going to go ahead and disengage off of him, surprisingly enough. If they kept chasing, they could have been able to pick him up.
Yeah, but the thing is, they don't have vision on the rest of Warriors Anonymous, so they had no idea if he was just leading them into a trap. Definitely, with the vision that they had, right decision to back off there. So right now, again, the item disparity is just really big in favor of Warriors Anonymous. You see 2 to 3 items completed on, or 1 to 2 items full with, oh my goodness, a lot of damage on the Jinx.
Literal gonna be going down, as well as the tower in favor of Jack Sparrow 1-1-1, but he does go down to Tesk. Tesk actually getting relatively fed here, but he is the tank, so they're gonna have to be careful not to get too aggressive. aka J-Cho gonna be the target here for Dunazuka. Dunazuka throwing out the Ignite and an auto attack, picking up the kill after the Ethereal Chains proc onto aka J-Cho. Morena is gonna be the focus here on the Tesk. That explosive cast sending Lee Sin flying. But Forest of Eagles maybe gonna go down here. No, the Mega Gnar form actually saving him there. Not quite. Literal picking, rather Moradis picking up the kill onto Forest of Eagles with his ultimate. It's Tigger gonna be the target here for Tesk. He's gonna get slowed down by the barrel, and Dunazuka picking up the kill onto It's Tigger. It looks like we actually have a chance of seeing an upset here onto Warriors Anonymous.
I mean, the thing is, they still haven't taken any towers, because they just have not been able to push after any fight. They haven't really cleanly won a team fight, but they're definitely putting up a strong showing that they are not just going to be pushed around by Warriors Anonymous the way that Warriors Anonymous has been treating teams in the past. And honestly, Warriors Anonymous, they completely decimated Oblivion the first time these two teams played, but this is a much closer match as, oh, Feedly, you're going to be in a world of hurt here.
Yeah, Feedly, that's
But
not where
it's
you want to be.
Nidalee,
He's going to
though.
hop over the wall.
Oh, my goodness. The escapability from Nidalee is just absolutely insane.
Oh, Jack Sparrow 111 and AKA J Cho picked up the kill on Shaka Ka. That damage coming out of Cosmic is ridiculous. Literal going to be the next target here. Jack Sparrow 111 going in and going right back out. He's going to be targeting Forest of Eagles next here. Forest of Eagles maybe going to go down here. Jack Sparrow does have his jump, but he's not going to be able to use it though. Zunazuka now on a rampage. He's going to be taken very low. Feedly doing a ton of burst damage in return. Test going to be taken very low as well. Is Feedly going to be able to get anything out of this? And doesn't seem like that's going to be the case just yet. It's Sigur's here as well. Dunazuka is extremely low, and that's going to be the shutdown going over to Feedly from Dunazuka. Test and Forest of Eagles are extremely low here. Feedly and it's Sigurd looking to maybe get the kills over here, and Test going to be the target for Feedly, and she gets the kill. Legendary now on that Nidalee. And it's Sigurd picking up the kill onto Forest of Eagles. That was another ace. Basically an ace in favor of Warriors Anonymous. These jungle fights are not what Oblivion want to do to deal with against Warriors Anonymous. They want to fight in the lanes. If they fight in the jungle, those choke points allow them to allow Warriors Anonymous to land all of those skill shots that they have to land in order to secure the kills.
Yeah, and credit to Warriors Anonymous where it's due. They're doing a great job in those jungle fights. Like, they know their strength, and that's what they're looking for. As Lee Sin, possibly getting a little bit too aggressive there, does decide to back away. But not a clean lead by any stretch from Warriors Anonymous. Oh my goodness. That spear. I mean, Nidalee has a Luden's Echo and a Trinity Force. It is a very unconventional build, but it is working right now. 10-0-5.
Oh, the death sentence lands onto AKA J Cho. He didn't know they had a ward there, but Shaka Ka gonna be taking the kill away from Tesk there. And that was another free kill going over to Oblivion. A lot more kills going over to Oblivion than we would have initially thought would happen. But they are 3-manning Baron on the side of Warriors Anonymous. Jack Sparrow 111, Moratus, and it's Sigurd taking that extremely low, extremely quickly. And that is going to be the Baron going down in favor of Warriors Anonymous. And if they play this right, they can actually maybe sneak a kill before they actually show that they do have the Baron.
Yeah, Thresh and Gragas way too
and
far up.
That's not going to be the case. Jack Sparrow 111 wanting to fight. He's going to be finding Tez. He's going to just be life-stealing off of him too. So no damage really going off onto him. Tez going to be riding the Lantern to safety. The explosive cast comes out of him onto Jack Sparrow 111. He looks to maybe try to escape here. Shaka Ka going to be the target here for Feedly and Jack Sparrow 111. He's going to be flashing to try and get it, but no, actually Jack Sparrow 111 is going to be able to get the kill. And Moraid is going to be chasing down Test, but they are not going to be able to catch him. They're just going to be getting the dragon instead.
Yeah, selfless play there from Shaka Ka, giving himself up so that his jungler can't escape. But in the end, not really going to do a whole lot. Because, again, Warriors Anonymous just a huge lead right now. 17,000 gold, 25 minutes into the game. And with this Baron buff and that third dragon, they're now going to be just moving in towards these inhibitor turrets. They don't have any other towers left. Oh my goodness. The burst damage is real.
The chains are landing though. And that's going to be the Ignite ticking. Feedly picking up the kill onto Dunazuka. 11-0-6 on this hybrid Nidalee.
Yeah, definitely leaning more towards the AP side though. Picking up another needlessly large rod. But right now, Warriors Anonymous they aren't grouping. They haven't grouped like once this entire game. Every single fight has just been completely split up and hectic, and that's the way that they like it. But
Moraid is going to be caught in a bad spot here. He's going to be forcing his own. The explosive cast comes out of Test, but it doesn't land onto anyone. Moraid is going to actually pick up the kill onto Shaka Ka on the way out, but she does go down to Literal, who was just sitting over the base wall.
Yeah, so Warriors Anonymous definitely having some troubles breaking in through this inhibitor line of Oblivion, and Oblivion really putting on a stellar defense, but oh my goodness, that's going to be Gnar going down. Yeah.
Hey, That was a nice animation there, actually. Wow, dodging the ethereal chain from Fideli. Dunazuka gonna be looking to get targeted down, and that's gonna be the double kill going over to Fideli onto Dunazuka.
Yeah, Fideli is just so good on this Nidalee. It really, you have to kind of question why it doesn't get banned. This is the second time we've seen him play it. It's part of his name. I believe it's only our second.
Oh, third, but Jack Sparrow gonna be getting the kill onto Shaka Ka. And that's gonna be Jack Sparrow 1-1 taking a lot of tower damage here. And he goes down to Tesk. Tesk gonna be eating a Dragon's Rage and some Sonic Waves out of its Tigger. But he is going to be able to survive. He's extremely tanky right now. I'm not too sure why Lee Sin keeps focusing him down, but Warriors Anonymous do need to group and start trying to push down these inhibitor towers.
Again, the later this game goes, the more I like Oblivion's chances. They're defending so well right now. Only down 17 kills. They are down by a lot of gold, largely because there are 6 towers and huge CS discrepancies. But they're still fighting. They're holding on, defending their inhibitors. And that's what matters. If you can defend long enough, they're going to eventually catch up. And if Warriors Anonymous doesn't take advantage of this, of the lead that they have, they're going to find themselves in some trouble. It looks like that may be what they're looking to do here in this bottom lane.
You were moved.
Or not.
Wow, Black Matter, I'm a lamb. I hope you know what that song is.
I do know what the song is. I'm just more confused as to why you're singing it.
Why the hell not?
But now we see Warriors Anonymous, other than Nidalee, starting the group, just using that 4-1 split push.
Oh, Shaka Ka. Oh, Shaka Ka.
Yeah, the positioning, once again, biting Oblivion in the backside.
In the booty. Literal gonna be focused down by its Tigger, and that's gonna be the Dragon's Rage picking up the kill. Daredevil getting a nice amount of kills this game, 10, 6, and 11. 13, 0, and 6 on this Nidalee though, 10, 6, and 4 on this Kha'Zix. It seems we really do know who the carries are on this team.
Yeah, and with the with 2 dead there, it made that inhibitor very easy for them to pick up. If you don't have that, they've been relying so much on the CC of the Thresh box and death sentences to go along with the Gragas that without Thresh is actually a hugely integral part of their team right now, despite the fact that he's 110 and 9. He's been a big part of a lot of the catches that they've been able to make. As Nar going a little bit aggressive on his own there.
I think he's a very grumpy Mega Nar. Oh, Tess gonna be eating quite a bit of damage there, but he should be able to be just fine. Fideli not actually sitting too healthy mana-wise, so he's gonna have to be careful not to go home if he does want to maybe turn a kill. And Jack Sparrow 1-1, maybe gonna look to try and get a fight here onto Forest of Eagles. He does throw down his ultimate, he throws out the jump as well as the Ravenous Hydra, doesn't even hit him though.
And so with that 1 inhibitor down, there are going to be super minions pouring into the base. Oh my goodness, it's Tigger.
Well,
so much damage.
Happened. Oh, and Shaka Ka, why?
Yeah, definitely. The positioning from Shaka Ka has been less than desirable this game, and it's led to a couple of picks that really could have easily been avoided. That one should not have flashed over the wall there. And now Dunazuka going to be in some trouble possibly, as this inhibitor should be going down.
Oh, Dunazuka going down to his Tigger as well. The damage coming out of the fleet is ridiculous, man. That's going to be Moraidus picking up the kill onto Forest of Eagle. 43 kills in favor of Warriors Anonymous this game, and Fideli going to be diving those towers. Getting the kill onto Literal there in the under her Nexus towers. And it's Tigger. Oh, well, that happened. Tess gonna be possibly going down here. It's Tigger not going unstoppable. Fideli maybe looking to get the kill on Shaka Khan. No, that's another kill going over to its Tigger. And this time it is the ace in favor of Warriors Anonymous. This should also be the game. 20-46, 30 minutes into the game. And
47.
There we go. There's the ace. 47 kills, 3 dragons, 10 towers. Warriors Anonymous going in very aggressive. some misplays on their part as far as
definitely
positional mistakes and their aggressiveness, but at the end of the day, they did manage to pull out the win.
Yeah, definitely a very sloppy game from them in terms of like the just fighting all over the place and not being together for these fights. A lot of people getting caught out in bad positions, but fortunately for them, they were just so far ahead that it ended up not mattering. Not a single tower lost from them. Just so even when they were making mistakes, they were still playing super aggressive and forcing Oblivion to be on the defensive end, and that is going to be 5-0 now on the season for Warriors Anonymous, just getting closer and closer to clinching themselves a playoff berth, as we are going to be taking a short break, guys. When we do come back, we are going to have our second game of the day as Team Cave Gaming takes on Katsuo. Don't go anywhere, stick around.